In our previous episode, we stopped at the lovely little town of Philadelphia. Now, we're heading to another town in the Swartland called Riebeekwes. We'll be riding some lovely tarred back roads, sampling the sandy Swartland dirt highways and hightailing it to a surprise rendezvous planned for later in the day. But for now, we decide to keep our speed down and savor the views. You know, like decent adventure bike riders. Unfortunately, our good intentions are short-lived. The relatively quiet and recently resurfaced road makes for lovely riding, and we float over the rolling hills past golden fields where most of the country's wheat is produced. We find ourselves on the first gravel road for the trip, at last. Okay, I'll admit it. I have an ulterior motive for taking the guys down this specific road, and it's deeply personal. I couldn't pass through the area without taking this detour. The fact that the guys are enjoying their first taste of the traditionally very well maintained Western Cape gravel roads is a bonus. On the gentle slopes of the Paraberg, the scenery changes from fields of wheat to vineyards.
Lekker, 59 degrees.
I think it's Pierre's family, old family farm of his grandfather. He's gonna tell us the story now, but I know he was very excited and very sentimental about this place. Pierre gets quiet when he gets emotional, and he's been quiet for the past few hours. So I'm excited to hear the story of this place.
So this is a farm that my family grew up on. And it's been sold a long time ago. I spent every December holiday basically on this farm. My grandfather's place. They got old, and the family, you know how it is. We all had our lives, and I decided to sell the farm. Old glasshuis, thick walls. When there was a big earthquake in the 60s, the place just had one crack in it. It's still fine, the big Ceres quake. Stories of my mother jumping out of a window with a little baby brother, just, you know. Ons Gaasfontein was my oupa's place, Daniel de Toy. I named my first child, which was a daughter, but I still named her Danielle, after Opa Dan. Opa Dan, what a character, what a man. Had a beautiful vineyard supplying grapes to the local co-op. And today there's nothing left of the vineyards. Someone bought it who wanted to do organic farming. But look at it now, there's nothing left. Sure, memories. Flooding into me. Memories, memories. I'm gonna put on my helmet so you don't see my emotions. Oh, Badan and Oma Marge. They're not with us anymore, but the memories are there.
We headed down the other side of the Parabak, towards Riebeek's mountain on the horizon. I felt like I was rolling downhill, gathering speed, racing ahead of the group, away from the old family farm, further away from all the emotions and memories, but the emotions were caught inside my helmet, and they were coming along for the ride. I think some places define us. We carry it within us into the future. No matter how hard you try, it will always be a part of you. No matter how fast you race in the opposite direction, you are forever a part of it. We take the turnoff towards the town of Riebeek Kasteel and then ride through Riebeek Wes to meet a dear friend and well-known Footpeg Diaries face.
It's probably an hour late, but here we are, Pulpit Rock on the left.
We're at Pulpit Rock, a well-known and respected no-nonsense family winery just outside Riebeek Wes for a council with a multiple award-winning winemaker.
It's a nice average summer's day in the Swartland. 38. I had 39. Dewald!
Bouwer, het jou gezegd, ken ik baie goed.
Lekker nee. Wat goed doen nou?
As ek nie skeer ja, dink jy eienaar, ek kry nie tyd, ek werk hard.
So when we did Kalahari Kruuuz, né? We got stuck at Pella at the cathedral just because it was cool and he stood in the sun and got sunburned. He was puking out his mind for the rest
Yeah,
of the
but I
day.
think it was most probably the night before.
Could have been.
Dewald invites us to step inside for a guided tour of a working winery during the peak of the harvesting season.
I want to show the people what you do for a living. This is your office.
It's our little humble establishment. So Pulpit Rock actually belongs to the Brink family. Our little establishment here can process about 6,500 tons. Small, big, small, depending on who asks.
Yeah.
You can there's the crew there. Process the white grapes in the morning and the red grapes in the afternoon. We'll take that juice, inoculate it with yeast, and then your fermentation process begins.
No, this is the Braxton Hicks.
And we will rack the fresh juice of 2022 in that while fermenting in the barrel and do the fermentation in barrel.
Lekker, bro. Lekker.
Take, lock it again, then you will rack all the clear juice from the into the barrel.
Lekker.
That area on that side is the white wine processing. This is basically all the skins. So
Someone inside.
So this is a red wine fermenter. As you can see, there's a little control box on the tank and a blade inside.
Yeah.
That's our area. We can process about 1,000 tons of red at a time, and it's basically a two-man operation.
Pintos.
Yes. For 10 minutes. The juice and the mash, the skins is on top, and it sprinkles it right over the cake on top. The lack of
skins and the
lack of part.
where the taste comes from.
Exactly.
Lekker. Soos 'n teesak. Like a tea bag.
Then we have
There you go. You get it.
So yeah, you get that nice, ripe. It's like ripe banana. I think it's my 26th harvest this year.
Yeah, don't be, because if you want to go with the desert, rough and tough.
A small addition of enzymes, but maybe a little bit of tannin, and a little bit of sulfur. And then we pump we destem and crush it. So we actually put it through a kind of a rake. We take the berry from the stem, and then there's a few rollers. All right, so this is the two presses that we use for white wine processing. Just have to be careful for the alarm. It's a safety. There's a beam, a safety beam there.
Ah.
And now here you can see the.
Yeah, bro.
Yes. A pressure tank, quite thick, like I said, it's perforated on the one side. On the other side, there's almost like a balloon on the inside. So it turns, blows up, deflate again, roll, crumble, it presses out the last.
Can you buy one of these on Facebook Marketplace?
I've never well, and it's all presses and everything. So yeah.
That's scary.
So it turns into a faucet.
Wait. Are you getting all the grapes from your own vineyards?
Yeah, we do about 5,500 of our own grapes. Then we buy in 600 tons, and then we do about 600 tons for Spier.
So you're also a druifkiezer. And this is only fermentation and storage.
And then we dispatch from here. So the wine is racked. I filter it now directly down to the bottom, and Flagstone Winery will load it 70,000 liters. So yeah, that's the long and the short of it. I'll show you a few fermentation tanks at the bottom. We met the old uncle in his bar. He said, no, I don't drink red wine. I said, why not? He said, no, when I drink white wine, go to the toilet, it's white. When I drink red wine, I go to the toilet, it's white. Where's the red?
Please send up all the wine. Please send up all the wine.
He's probably one of the nicest, decent, just straight up oaks I know. Everybody knows Dillot from Kalahari Kruuuz. He's Dillot. That's special. I like that.
Okay.
I'm impressed.
Who made this?
This was wine.
You made this.
71.
Kaprasik one.
Now I made my first Kaprasik here from Chardonnay grapes. So
Who chooses the name?
Yeah.
That's lekker.
when we started off here, the labels were Pulpit Rock. We got rid of the Pulpit Rock and we changed the label to the Brunk family vineyards with a little family crest there. So we do a Sauvignon Blanc, we do a Chenin Blanc, Chardonnay unwooded, and we do a barrel fermented Chardonnay in the white wines, and then the reds, Shiraz, Pinitas, Merlot, Cab. But last year, Veritas, we wanted a double gold Merlot. I don't know if it's luck, but it's
Double gold. Yours is lekker.
Read the novel. Read the back label there. So the stories of this.
Can you read all the drink?
Can you read this? Yeah, hold it there. Let me read. Yeah, there. Okay, so basically it says,
It's a.
since the dawn of time.
But there's a little funny story in the back and musically.
I'll have a cut.
So it's a. I'll go buy what I've now come on.
Mossy, the organist. Organist? So I was homeschooled. Mossy, the organist at our local church, has only 5% vision. Everything went according to plan, unaware that her husband was tied to the other side. Poor Mossy was dragged head over heels across the roof. Nice. Does everyone have a different story?
There's two different stories.
I'm gonna have just one more glass.
They can start nog een bottle.
I think we're going to the question, nee?
Let's go. It's a boeren really going around.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Cheers, man.
Success. Cheers.
Cheers.
You, bro.
You can ride bike while I have to up again.
Jawel. Dankie.
Plezier man. Yeah.
It's lovely. Thank you for taking us through the cellar at the busiest time of year.
No problem.
But thank you very much. It's been an absolute privilege. If you take right arms, they'll work.
Yeah, I've done it with a shovel.
While camping. So what's the trick? So you have to do it on the scene. You don't need to tick, 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 and then go. And
Ja, hier was het niet helemaal zo mooi, nie? Dit is...
Yeah, it wasn't classic because there's a lot of bikers. We'll drink it.
What a great way to spend a late summer's afternoon. We leave Pulpit Rock in high spirits and head to our accommodation for the evening in the shadow of Riebeek's Mountain.
We couldn't change this front wheel. As you see, this is the standard factory front wheel. It's what we are going to attempt tomorrow is a little bit more sandy than standard riding, so we had to get some more off-road friendly tires. That is why we got the Mitas EO10s in the front, EO7s at the rear, which is nice 50-50, but in the front it's a little bit more aggressive than the usual EO7s. It's a nice combination. After today's riding, I was riding like a buster. One side is the one thing and the other side is the other thing, you know. I was bustering it the whole day. So now we are quickly changing it after some lovely champagne with Gewalt at Pulpit Rock. It's not the ideal scenario. Here we go. Slowly but surely. I can't remember what this is. Here Chris comes. He's going to give us a hand. Nee, Chris. As far as English people go, Chris is quite nice. Quite nice. Just check the bike doesn't fall.
Die bike kan nie om die peer en daai.
She's too much power, Jan. Too much power. For those who don't know, Jan, well, we tried to shoot him a couple of times, but he runs rather fast and he swerved. He runs in S's, so you constantly shoot. He broke the bike. We tried not to get Jan into the shot for the whole day. Jan is my Footpeg partner. We do the crazy shit, and he's the guy that makes the bolts and the nuts run properly.
Right. Stryker.
That's done.
It hooked. Here, where did you learn this?
I figured it out one night while sleeping.
Okay, it's off.
Right, done. I think that a little bit of sunlight liquid won't fix. No matter what the strength of the carcass is, you're not using enough lubrication, like the things that really matter. Kenako, it is coming.
I power off with that.
The liquid is the magic, yeah? The liquid that will make the whole thing go pop. Owie, I got it. You want me to assist
So
you?
you can actually just use that one because it's really...
Ja! Dwars deur die nag, Breitenberg. Ja! Thank you.
You have done it, well done.
Zatterwij, so zatterwij. Okay.
Don't rub it too much. Yeah.
This is going to become a 19-inch. And keep stepping, keep stepping. Yes, power.
How much it?
Power. Right here. Right there. Shy up, better. We shy out.
Push it back.
Let's see if we blow a fuse. 1, 2. Blow a fuse.
Pas op, laat ek nie daarop staan. Sweet in die oor. Hey, joh, krik. Oh. Hy's dead. Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you very much. Ow. Aha! Right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Put it in.
It was today 40.5 degrees Celsius.
And if you're wearing Liat-sponsored off-road gear, thank you, Liat. It's actually rather breezy. You're just being a hard ass. Use it. It is already 10 to 7. We're going to find a local establishment, the appropriate entertainment and catering. Of course. Of course. Of course. And that was this part of the journey. A little emotional, eh? That's to be expected. There was something personal that touched me, and then spending time with Gewalt. What a nice. So, this was our wine and classy business episode. On the next one, we're heading into 40 degrees plus thick sand. They call it the Sandveld. Do you understand?
Remember to hit the subscribe button below And turn on your notifications to stay informed of new episodes.